Hi guys, we are back again. We are going to be talking about intimacy. We kind of cut off on the other word without completing, but this segment is going to be for very short, just to describe how do you rebuild intimacy. So, Mr. Boateng.
I know from the previous episode we talk about what kills it.
Yeah.
So the short and easiest way is don't do them, but not like that.
But who are the people you are telling don't
Not
do
like
that?
that. That is not what I just say.
Do they even know what it was that we talked about? Give them a recap.
They just have to go and watch it and then
Ah,
and stuff.
please don't
So
shoot me or it's this guy here.
that, because
He
we
wants to make you watch the other,
it was
the
a
part
long
one.
one, but
Yeah.
there are some key things that we listed.
Uh-huh.
Back to the question that you asked. I know that was just by the way.
Yeah.
So, what will make
How do you rebuild
how to
intimacy?
rebuild
Because the last
intimacy?
one we talked about what are the things that kill intimacy. So now we want to know how do you rebuild intimacy?
Um, First thing I'm going to say, learn how to fix issues when they come up. Um, Doing that will handle most of the
The problem.
things that you have to go through. When the issue comes, you find a way to solve it. If it needs to be addressed right there and then you do it. If it needs time for you to reconnect and do that, then you reconnect and revisit the issue and solve it. Because being able to even fix and solve issues, the best part is it build your communication, which is
Right.
one big thing to do or to look up to so far as you are married or in a relationship. So
Because you do need good communication to build closeness, right?
that's right.
To build the intimacy. So you need to have good communication. And you also said you need to be able to fix problems. So
Definitely.
those are two aspects already.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next thing is like, just plan and do things together, you know. And from the first episode, I said the same thing. Do things together, but understand you have to also be on your own to be able to do things on your own. I'm key on that.
Do not suffocate your partner.
Exactly. Yeah. Do things together, go out together, eat together, plan things together,
Go on
do things
dates.
together, but be also willing to be on your own,
Right.
where you can live life on your own. It's not if my partner is not there, then my whole world comes to an end. You should be married and single. What you were doing when you were single, if you were living alone, you were paying your rent, you were cleaning your house, you were cooking.
They will come after.
All of those things you have to be able to do.
Be
since you're-
helpmates to each other.
Exactly. So whatever you do as a single person, be able to do the same thing,
And
but
more.
and more
Yeah.
with the partner that you are with.
With your partner in mind.
With the partner, it's not you have them in mind, but with a partner. So
Yeah.
if you are married, you keep doing what you were doing before.
But you can't keep a single mentality because now you are married. So now you gotta have a partnership mentality. Because the things that you were doing when you were single and alone, they favor you and they work for you when you are single. But there are some things that you do not carry from singlehood into marriagehood. Let's just be realistic
Anyway,
about
you,
that.
you, you take you take the good one and then you build on that.
Yeah, you
just
build on
like
it.
even when
Yeah.
you are married, there are some good attributes, there are some good skill that you have to
Yeah.
keep working on, building on. So that is what I mean. If you have to clean, if you have to keep yourself neat, you have to take care of yourself. Those things you don't leave them because you are married now. Do everything that you would do if you are on your own.
Just put in effort in the
Exactly.
relationship.
And then you do that with the idea of your husband, and you do it with your husband
Yes.
or your wife. Right. So it's you are doing things as a single body with the idea of a partner in mind. So whatever you have to do solely on your own, you take your part and you do it.
But you
And
must communicate to your partner what you're doing. You can't be having a whole life and say I'm living a single life, and expect your partner to accept
I guess I have to
your
clarify on that one.
decision. Yeah, because it can
I'm not
be.
saying be single and be out there looking for another partner. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
That is not what I'm saying.
Don't
Um,
do it all.
if you, I'm saying you
Recipe
are
for
single,
disaster.
but don't go and be chasing other partners, other
Yeah.
single person. That is not what I mean. What I mean is you are single in the home activities that you are doing with your partner. It's not I'm married, so everything is my wife have to do it because I'm
Break
married,
that down a bit, because
right?
like
So
I'm not
you know,
understanding the home activities. Be single.
so you got married,
Like go shower by yourself.
you got married, right? And because you are married, right? Automatically, laundry is oh my wife have to do it.
Oh no, help each other,
Like I'm saying,
please.
it's like you got married, so you just left the whole responsibility on just
Don't
one
make your
pass
partner
one.
a slave.
Exactly. So that is
It's
that
partnership.
is what I'm trying to say. Like
Yeah.
you build that singleness because if you are living by yourself, you will do your laundry,
You cook for
right?
yourself.
You go to work,
You will clean.
you clean, you do all of so you do all of these single act
Yeah.
whilst married. So you do your part, I do my part. Then
No,
we
I mean,
can
like,
move.
I understand like what you're saying, but you do those chores, you could do it together.
Yeah.
Just have apportioned responsibilities. Let me put it that way. I think that people might understand it that way, because to say, oh, do it single by yourself almost makes it seem like you're roommates. Like, we are just living in one space. I'm doing me, you're doing you.
No, that is not
We
what
do
I
not
mean.
advocate for that.
That is not what I
Yeah,
mean.
so we don't want you to take that in mind and say, "Oh my God, I'm just living my single life in a marriage." That's a
So
recipe for
like
disaster.
what I'm trying to say is you things that you would do
Uh-huh.
if you live alone. You
Continue
have
to
to
do them.
continue doing that.
Yeah.
It's that is the basis of
Don't
it.
stress somebody else's child.
Exactly. So whatever you are doing when
Yeah.
you are alone on your own,
Continue doing it.
continue doing it.
Just make it
It
better.
makes the work easy on both of you.
Yeah.
Right. So if I see something on the
Mm-hmm.
floor and I skip because I don't want to do it, it becomes more work for my partner.
Yeah.
But if I see something on the floor, I take it, I put it at the right place. The job is done.
It helps
It
a
makes
lot. Yeah,
it makes
life
peace.
easy.
It makes everyone happy. But if everything I'll pass, my partner will
You
do
eat
it,
and you
then
leave everything.
she
You wear
become
clothes, you throw
stressful
everywhere.
and
Ah,
all of that.
she's
That's
not
what
your
that is
mate.
what I mean by
He's not your
be
mate.
single, like be single but married in it.
Yeah,
So
it's
you do
partnership.
everything that
Yeah.
you have to do as a single person, but
Yeah.
together.
Because people that have children, like if they don't put these boundaries in place in the beginning, you find out that they run into a lot of issues later, because now there's more load, there are more responsibilities. So if you don't start doing everything together and helping each other, because you are helpmates, then when you add children, aging parents, and all that stuff, like the list is endless. It's more, stress and things to deal with. So the better you have like a baseline of how things are handled in the home or in your life, in your marriage, in your partnerships, it makes life so much easy. One person should not just be suffering, or in the name of I want to please my partner, because you can have high blood pressure and end up in the hospital or dead. So you don't want that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, help each other.
Okay.
It's very important. So how else would you say to rebuild?
So
What can you do?
the
rebuild
next is to
intimacy?
also prioritize each other,
Yeah.
make each one let a person
Feel
feel
important.
yeah, exactly,
Appreciated.
and because if the person needs attention, you give. If the person needs
Mm-hmm.
respect, if the person needs what you make the needs of the partner your priority, and
yeah.
with that you can build your intimacy, because respect and love and attention, all of these things that we care and appreciate most will bring back that love and that
Flow.
intimacy that we need.
Okay.
And I think what I would say is like to be vulnerable. Like I was talking to someone recently and I was saying the same
Yeah.
thing. To be really vulnerable, where you can show your weakest point and still don't feel like I have to hold on to everything. You can express yourself um, to a point that you don't feel, why did I even do it?
Choked.
Yeah. So you can be like, you can go outside and be like nothing,
Be a
not
Superman outside,
exactly.
but at
But when
home,
you get home,
come and find
or
shelter
when
and
yeah,
safety.
you are able to be expressive and say your worries,
You're able to
and
breathe. Yeah.
and don't feel like the
Yeah.
choking and the pressure of the society and where
I
we
think
find
your
ourselves.
home should be a resting place, because when you go outside, like you're meeting wolves and stuff, you have to fight to make a living. You have to fight to be accepted in society, and you just have to be proving yourself all the time. So it's nice to have someone that you can come home to and be at home. Be yourself. Find strength. I feel like when you come home, that person is supposed to sharpen you to be better. They're supposed to comfort you where you're torn down. They're supposed to laugh with you. And sometimes they don't laugh with you. Sometimes they are hard on you, because that's the place where you grow the most. Strangers will always pat you on the back and say you did well.
That's not
Yeah,
true.
and laugh at you.
It's not
When
always
you're not
true.
doing, even when you're not doing well. No, but like, I'm just saying realistically, like, enemies, right? Enemies are there to catch you and lash you. But sometimes even the people you're close to or friends or whatever, they'll pat you on the back. They won't tell you the real truth. Like if you're deeping yourself in the holes, because most of the times they're like, they don't have to deal with you. They just have to deal with you on a surface level, or surface level, and after that, you're gone. You're going home. You're going to deal with your own crap by yourself. So I feel like when you're home, like if you really think about it, the people that are closest to you, your family members and stuff like that, they don't care whether, like, whatever they say, you're going to like it or not. It's going to hurt your feelings and all that stuff. But most of it is the truth,
That's
and
true.
it's the stuff that actually saves your life. I always say, like, my mom is not going to be like, nursing your feelings and all that stuff. She's just going to say it as it is. A stranger is not going to say it that way. But like when she says it, as hard as it is, it's like a wake up call, like an alarm clock, like, oh yeah, get it together. Because the person outside is always going to clap for you and say, oh, what do you say in your language? Why, yeah, you did well. When they know very well, like, you're hitting your foot against a stone, like you're going downhill. So I feel like when you're home, when you're around your people, those people should keep you grounded, or your partner should keep you grounded, because sometimes you are really going off on a wrong tangent because of the outside claps. And if you don't take care, you can totally lose yourself. So you always need to have people that have grounded minds. So, you know what I mean? It keeps you humble and on track. It may continue. I was just sharing my own thoughts. So.
That's fine. They are all good points. Like,
Yeah. It's ways to build relationships, because all I'm saying is the champion that people see outside is made in secret. You understand what I'm saying? So when people see like a king and a chief, the people that are in the palace are the ones that know the person's weaknesses and what that person is doing and how they're supporting and pushing that person to be at the top. So when you're outside and you're being hailed, it's only for the audience. But after that, the people go home, and you still have to go home. So you can't like neglect your own home for the sake of the masses. So should I say? You always, like the Bible says, put your house in order.
yeah.
And then like God and his favor and his blessings, they begin to extend outwards. So these things build closeness in your home, in your family, because guess what? At the end of the day, your home is under one roof. If attack comes to your partner, it comes to you. So I say it's important to fight for each other and cover each other. Like you said, if the person has a weakness, as mad as you are sometimes at them, don't expose them outside to elements of danger, because the enemy is looking to latch on and destroy. Anything else?
No, I think that's fine.
Yeah. So I'm just going to summarize it real quick. He said communication, resolving conflicts, making time to be together, appreciating your partner and your spouse, doing things together, try not to choke the person, be single while you're married, he said. Just make sure that you give and allow your partner to have space to grow. Also, rebuild trust, show affection, appreciation. Make sure to rebuild closeness. If you're at a place where your intimacy is completely downhill, consider therapy. Go and seek for help. Look for mentors and advisors that can help you to grow and build your relationship back up, because sometimes you do need someone that is spiritually sound, or a counselor that knows how to navigate communication, because sometimes you are saying similar things but you're just not hearing each other, and you need to be in a space that will allow for you to let go of that resentment. And also, my husband mentioned vulnerability. Allow grace to your partner. Sometimes they will make mistakes. They are not, saints. So make sure that you allow them to share with you whatever it is that is troubling them, whatever their weaknesses are. And when you hear it, sometimes some of the things they'll say will kind of rub you off the wrong way and hurt you. But you have to give grace, be the safe space that they can come to and talk about issues and problems, so that the world outside there will not eat them up alive. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can leave your comments and we'll come back again and give you our wisdom from the Lord from above. And also our debates, because we do it. We love you guys and we appreciate you. Until the next segment. Bye.
Bye bye.